is Dokken's Young Girls from 1981. This song sounds very reminiscent to Motley Crue's She's Got the Looks That Kill. And there's been a rumor that that song was written a year before the release. So the release was 83, and it was written in 82, when Young Girls was written back in 1980-81. So I think Motley Crue ripped off Don Dokken and George Lynch. What do you think? So there'll be debates. Well, it was released in 83, but they wrote it a year before, so that makes it 82. When Young Girls was released in 81, was it written in 1981 or 1980? So I think Motley Crue ripped off... Anyway, I love this track. This is going to be a lot of fun because we're breaking the Chains Dokken LP debut album, 1981. Every single track, every single solo, we're going to break it down, and you're going to learn how George Lynch evolved into the guitar player he is today. You're like, Tony, what do you mean? Listening to this album over and over and over again the past few weeks, you start picking up George's early techniques and whatnot that he was developing back in 1980-81. And we're going to break those down as each song is being taught. Right now we're going to cover Dokken's Young Girls. I'm going to play you a quick passage and we're going to break it down, make it easy, alright? So let's go ahead. You want to join me? Here's my open E. And here's a low E. Alright, let's go ahead. Here's the intro of the song, and we're going to break it down, alright? Just follow me. We're going to do the rhythm part, and then the solo part, and then wrap it up, okay? Here we go. That is a very simple opening, and it does sound like this. So, but we're not going to cover that, so that debate will go on and on. Who ripped off who stole from who, it doesn't matter. I heard Dokken first, Motley Crue copied Dokken. So, take that to the bank. Alright, this is very simple. We're going to put our index finger on the 7th fret, D string, and we're going to put our 3rd finger on the 9th fret, G string. You want to put your pinky here on the B string 10th fret, you can. That note will come into the song, throughout the song, but the intro is just pretty much these two. With the open A. Alright, so it's going to go. One last time. A regular speed. Alright, so after that, you're just going to go bar the 7th fret, the D and the G, and slide it down to the 5th fret, D and G. Now you're asking me why am I resting my pinky there? Because if you want to add it, go ahead and add it. But the intro starts out with just these two notes, the D and the G. So you got the 7th fret, D, and the G string, 9th fret. Alright, so regular is going to go like this. That's one passage. 2. 3. Now it starts the song. And there I put my 3rd finger on the G, A string, 3rd fret, and then you hit the A chord. Yeah, you're gonna keep going. So after you go, there's another pattern of the, you're gonna go. So this disappears. You're gonna go. Slow. So you're not gonna go this anymore. The old way, or the intro, you go back to the A. When the song starts, you're gonna go. It's like a suspended chord. Sounds a lot different than. So when you're done with that, the next part is. Those are the main chords of the entire song. Now the rhythm goes. So it does that 3 times. On the 4th time you go. So repeat the first part. You're going to go 3 times. Go. There again. 3rd fret. A string. Hit. That's where DOKKEN singing. Now the 4th part is going to be different. Instead of going, you're going to go. Open A, then you hit the 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret A string, open A, and the F chord, power F. Then you hit the C chord. Let it ring. C, G, D, and typical Lynch chord. There, I'm on the 2nd fret D string, 1st finger, and then my pinky is going to be on the 4th fret G string. So it's like a feel. You just fill the gap. D, sorry, G, D. Now the next chord is, you're on the index finger, D string, 3rd fret, and then your 3rd finger is on the 5th fret G string. Got it? So I go, and G. Now the next chord is, I like to give that filler. So here, remember that chord, which is in the song, I just slide it down 1 fret and go up. It's after D, G, then you go back to this. Don't go back to. You can do that, but remember, Jeff Pilson's doing this already. So he's already doing that, writing A line. So let's do your suspended chord. Then back to the chorus, or rhythm part. You do that. that 3.5 times, and the 4th time you go C, G, D, now you can bring in your pinky. Like, remember I told you to bring in the pinky? And remember, back then you had 2 guitar players. You had Don Dokken playing rhythm and George Lynch playing lead. Surprisingly, this song has nothing to do with George Lynch lead playing. This solo is all Don Dokken. So maybe Don Dokken said, George, step aside. I'm taking the lead on Young Girls. So who knows? But back then, there were 2 guitar players. Don on rhythm and vocals, and George Lynch backup vocals and lead guitar. So at some point in 81, George Lynch says, listen, Don, stick to your vocals, be the best singer you can be, let me handle all the guitars and the layering and the solos. That's what happened. That's what happened. George pulled me aside back in 82 and he told me the story.